Hello, 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 Pablo.
Hey,
Hello, hello.
How are you? Who else is here? Oh, Todd is here. Hello, Todd.
Howdy.
hey,
How are you?
Todd.
Good?
I'm good.
Great.
Somehow Todd is always good.
Haha, that's a fact.
Hmm. Let's see. We are waiting for Rustam, and then we can start. Let me share the link on Facebook. So, Todd, did you tell me that Rustam is your hero?
Rustam's my hero. Yeah, he has been.
Is that because of his winning record against you or his general career?
I like it when the little guys go out and scare the big guys.
Mm-hmm. So you see yourself?
I don't think I scare people, but I do keep them interested.
I don't know. I remember you beating David Randall and Cliff Dean in the same event,
Yeah, that was
and
fun.
yeah, it was interesting. And I'm not sure if you were this heavy. I think at that time you were around like 200 pounds, but were
Yeah.
you more?
Yep, about 200 pounds.
Yeah. How is everything going, Pablo?
Everything is fantastic. Everything is very good.
That's great.
Almost healed. Start training.
Yeah, I see you lately very strong. I don't know. You do some trainings, and those numbers are crazy numbers. The other day I saw that's very hard thing to do. You were like holding the weight like there wasn't dumbbell. When you have the weight down here and up here, it's easier. But when all of them is down there, it needs like incredible grip power. And
Yeah,
you
my
you
grip is okay.
yeah. You did you see that, Todd?
Yeah, it was like a big pipe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You are not so big fan of curling, Todd.
Say again?
You
Oh,
are not a
bicep.
fan
No,
of bicep or hammer or
I think if you need to add that to your arm wrestling routine, your arm wrestling routine needs to be reevaluated. Look at that. That's not a bad bicep for somebody who doesn't do any curls.
Huge.
because you trained it also during the table practice probably in a static way.
If you arm wrestling hits your biceps, if you're training with on a table with either a pulley or bands or something, your biceps are getting hit all the time, you know,
But
in my opinion.
do you think that this being static only, do you think there is a problem with it?
I think you compete static only.
Ye-
So
I mean, like because our arm is created to like work this way, and you are
mhm.
only this. Do you think that some dynamics would help? Maybe it would sports or there is a harm, in your opinion?
I think if you threw bicep volume on top of your arm wrestling routine, you're just you're one thing is you're doing work that you're spending time doing something that could probably be pay off better, and second, you're probably overworking those muscles. You know, I don't.
Okay, which muscles do you think that you are not working enough at the table that you need to do in gym training or whatever you call it?
I think you should train your rear shoulders, your upper shoulders, probably your triceps some, your core,
Mhm.
lower back, abs, that kind of stuff.
That's what you do.
Yeah. Though that would be the
So
stuff I do that's not specifically that's not arm wrestling specific. That would be the stuff I would do to balance all that out.
no, but I'm just saying that other than table time, you also have specific training, right, with the weights.
Yes. But it's
So
all like on
when
pulley
when you say
routine.
that when you do the bicep dynamic and also at the table, you are overdoing it. So do you think that everything? outside of the table, specific you train, is not overdoing it? You think that you are not training them at the table?
Well, remember, my workout is actually done on a table as well. So I'm not in a gym doing,
You
traditional
consider
bicep.
that as a table time? You consider it as a table time?
I'm on the table. Yeah, I practice 3 times a week, but my workouts, my 10 to 14 workouts a week are also on pulleys on a table, So I'm training in arm wrestling positions.
So do you consider them same as the table training?
I don't count table training as part of training. To me, that's just like scrimmaging and skills and stuff. So like my workouts I only consider the actual wait time as training.
Okay. Hello, Rustam.
Oh, hello, again.
How are you?
Thank you. Good. How are you?
Good. Thank you.
Привет, Рустам.
Привет. Как дела?
Спасибо, порядок. Буду помогать по мере необходимости.
Да, помогай. У меня еще не тот язык. Тем более, да,
Без
слушаю.
проблем, с удовольствием.
Спасибо.
I just told Rustam that I will help as necessary, and Rustam says, yes, I will need some. It's not on a level where I can freely speak.
Yeah. And how long have you been in England, Rustam?
Рустам,
Sorry.
как долго? Да. Как долго вы в Англии?
Как долго в Англии? Ну, уже 2,5 года. 2.5 years. Yeah.
2.5 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Yeah. So Rustam, one more time, huh? You and Hutchings, one more time.
Говорит, еще один раз теперь опять ты и Todd.
Yeah. I know. I need. Hi, Todd.
Howdy.
How are you?
I'm doing well. And yourself? Happy Easter.
Oh, happy Easter. Yes. Yeah.
So how do you feel, Rustam? How do you feel? One more time. Look at Todd is always taking the notes. He always it gets on my nerves. You are like he's not relaxed. He's just all time calculating. Let's see what he will ask. He said he's gonna have some questions. Rustam, how do you feel this time? 2005, 86 kilos low tier final, and now in Poland a super match, and this is the third time. Do you expect? And also, can you make your phone sideways, if possible? Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
I feel good. I good prepared, and I know Todd have level more than was, but I too. I too
You
level
too?
up. Yeah.
You think you are right now in top shape?
Sorry.
Думаешь, что сейчас у тебя самая лучшая форма?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Wow, that will be interesting. What do you think?
I want belt.
You want the belt? Oh, okay. Okay. And Rustam, what do you think that changed with Hutchings since last time? I'm sure you have been following him. He doesn't really follow other people except the person he's gonna pull. So he probably checks some of your matches, right, Todd?
Oh, yeah. Especially as East vs. West matches.
Yeah. So what do you think, Rustam? What changed with Hutchings? Do you see any stylistic change since last time to now?
I prepared all parts for this pulling, but I have a plan, and yeah, I think Todd too have plan. I think.
Of course.
This
Don't you
is,
see he's still planning with the
this
pen and paper?
this game like chess.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. For it big interesting.
Yes, yes. But that's what I am asking. What do you think that changed? Maybe I'm not explaining good, but Paulo, like what changes stylistically with Todd?
Рустам, как ты думаешь, у Тада что-то поменялось? Стилистический стиль у него борьбы изменился от последнего раза, когда ты с ним боролся?
I think yes. I think he prepared for me special. I know.
What do you think? He's gonna try top roll or hook or side pressure? What do you think?
I think he has. I see. I look at the matches and I see special. I see he has side higher side.
Yeah, pronator side, pronation side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think he will try this to you?
Думаешь, попробует с тобой это?
I know. I know that. I know this situation. Special prepared for it.
Okay.
But interesting for me. All.
So you are ready for everything. You are ready.
I have form like this first time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Todd, what do I hear? Todd.
Yes, sir.
What do you know, guys, huh?
Okay, Todd, you say he looks very confident. He has never been in this shape, and now we know that you are at your best shape. And the other day, somebody said like Todd is planning like 5 to 10 years more, and Pauline said that he wouldn't be surprised, if you still have a world title match when you are 68, and everyone agrees that you are in your best and you are still progressing. Do you agree with that, Todd?
Yeah, I'm definitely making improvements. I mean, I can compare where I'm at from where I was. So, yeah, but I mean, I expect everybody's getting better. I mean, if you're training and not getting better, you need to change your training, right? Because who's training and not improving? So,
yeah, but don't you think that we all have limits at some point? That improvement can be like very little, and some of us even
but the
try to.
improvements only have to be little once you're high, right?
Yeah.
When you're starting out, the improvements are big. But even if here's your limit, as long as you're still getting better, that's all that really matters.
But
Рустам, если что-то не понимаешь, тормози, и я тебе помогу.
Да, я знаю. Спасибо.
Okay, so Rustam said that he has never been this good, and to hear that, does it make you nervous?
I've never won, and I've never been on the winning side. I've been nervous since 2005. I mean, I got no reason to feel good.
So is he gonna take your belt?
No. I think I own this one.
Yeah.
I think I'll have to pull a Rackley like 5 more times for it, but I think I own this belt.
So this okay. You won only 195 kilo title, right?
Correct. This will be my first defense.
Okay, but listen, I made the rule, and I said you need to win the belt 3 times, the title match, to own it. But in your category. But I just think that it doesn't have to be in your category. I mean, really, I'm just thinking if you win the world title, you win the world title. So it means that you have already two titles.
Yeah, I've won 2 world titles, and I have 0 belts.
Yeah, but you need to. If you win one more, then yeah. Rustam, Todd says that you are not going to give him the belt.
I know. Скажи, что я тоже бы так сказал на его месте. Он не может другого сказать.
Rustam saying, yeah, I know. I would say the same thing if I would be in his shoes. He cannot say anything different than that. Absolutely.
Okay, and how close is to the reality by saying that you're not getting the belt?
You asking me?
No, I am asking Rustam. that how close you are to reality when you said that he's not getting the belt. So I'm asking Rustam, still in the pot.
I think just table show that.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what is form, what is shape. Thoughts. I don't know all things, but I know my things. Just enough for me.
Okay. Let's see. And Todd, he thinks that you are gonna do pronated side pressure, which you have been doing, and then whenever I talk with Pauline, he said that you guys like have been in touch, and he sounded like he said he felt Rustam's hands super strong when he tried to go outside. So I kind of felt like you're preparing something more like this. Am I wrong? You don't have to say it. You can even deceive me with your answer. No problem.
I won't deceive you, but normally when you have me on these, I tell you exactly how I'm going to pull somebody.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you this time. This time, two people know what I'm going to do. I got two training partners. They know what I'm going to do, and neither one of them are on this podcast.
Okay. Rustam, did you understand what he said?
Рустам, понимаешь все, что он говорит, да?
Так, 50-50.
Ну, давай я тебе быстро переведу. Энген спросил, говорит, ну так что, как ты будешь с ним бороться? Говорит, все-таки вот такой вот наружный с пронатором немножко, говорит, потому что Энген говорит, есть у меня предчувствие, что все-таки ты готовишься, говорит, что-то чуть-чуть внутри. А Тад говорит, я на каждом подкасте всегда рассказывал правду и говорил, как я буду бороться, и вот точно так потом и боролся. Говорит, но в этот раз не могу сказать ничего, говорит, только 2 человека, мои партнеры тренировочные знают, говорит, и они не здесь, поэтому никто ничего никому не расскажет. Все, секрет.
And this is professional level.
Yeah.
Must be.
Yeah. But he was not this professional against other opponents. He was sharing, but this time he's not sharing. It just means that he takes you really, highly. And Rustam, are you gonna share with us what you are planning?
Говорит, ну, а ты с нами поделишься, говорит, что ты там планируешь?
My plan, winner.
Win.
I must win. Just win. This is my plan.
Okay.
But I have different techniques, and I use different techniques, depend the situation.
Yeah. Do you think that Todd's pronator is enough to take your wrist?
Думаешь, хватит у Тада его пронатора вот такого, чтобы твою кисть выбить?
I don't know. We show it in the table.
We will
Yeah,
see.
we will
But,
see.
I have a question. You said that like you pulled this guy 2 different times and you lost. Do you have does it have any psychological effect on you from your memory? Are you going there with with no effect what happened in the past, like a reborn, newborn guy? There was some other life, now I'm totally different. Or do you have anything negative from that time to this time mentally?
No, nothing negative. I'm not looking for revenge or anything. I don't mind my losses to him because he was way better than I was back then. I think I'm better now than I was, and I think there's this much chance I'm better than him now. So that's what
But
I'm
can I
going
ask you
into.
something? This much is chance is what is the total? This much and so you are saying that only.
But I only need that much more. So if we're 50, if the match is this big and we start at 50-50, I only need this much out of this much to sway it,
Rustam,
And good
I-
refs.
Is the
So,
match
if I
starting
get good
50-50?
punch and good refs, I'll be in good shape.
Is the match starting with the 50-50 if we judge by the past?
I think so. I think if you're in the top 4 or 5 of any of these weight classes, I think all the matches start at 50-50.
And
Because
how much do you
everybody's
think?
aware of what everybody else does. Everybody's made adjustments. Everybody's had 3 months to train. So I think you start. I think if you take the top 3 people in every weight class, it starts at 50-50, and your training and luck sways it one way or another.
And how much was, like, do you think was the difference when you pulled him last time? Do you think that he was
I think he
stronger
was
than
that
you?
much better than me out of this much. No.
Oh, really? Do you think it was that much of a difference?
The best I ever did against him was my very first match. Somehow in our second match, I did worse. So I trained for 5 years and got worse. So that's, my best chance ever was our very first round. So.
Give me just 30 seconds or 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Rustam a little bit. Рустам, да, но он спрашивает, говорит, что, как оцениваешь вообще свои шансы? И говорит, придешь за стол, 2 раза предыдущих проиграл, придешь за стол, говорит, с такой вот боязнью какой-то от предыдущих раз или нет, какой-то негатив, может, отложился или нет. Он говорит, нет, негатива нету, есть опыт. Говорит, да, проигрывал, да, были зазоры. Говорит, первый раз вроде бы поборолись немножко лучше с моей стороны было. Второй раз вообще, говорит, проиграл в сухую очень легко. И, говорит, такое впечатление, что просто хуже стал. Но, говорит, сейчас я считаю, что я стал намного лучше. И, говорит, возможно, этого будет достаточно для того, чтобы изменить ситуацию. Говорит, мы не знаем, как пойдет, говорит, но это зависит от многих факторов, говорит, там и от судейства, и от стилистики, и от всего-всего, говорит, но вполне возможно, что, говорит, я приблизился настолько, что будет уже достаточно, чтобы выиграть. Посмотрим.
Спорт есть спорт, да. Для этого и все делается, чтобы посмотреть, интересно.
Yeah, Rustam commented that sport is sport, and that's exactly what we are doing to see if that will be enough or still not. Yeah.
And I have a question for Rustam. Do you think that the difference was like as much as Todd said, like between you and him when you pulled last time in a super match? Do you think that it was as comfortable for you as Todd thinks?
Когда последний раз боролись, говорит, ты тоже считаешь, что довольно большая была разница между вами, или тебе так не показалось?
Last time I feel big difference. Big difference, yes. But I think Todd not good was prepared. I feel this, but I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, just to go back a bit about the 50-50.
Yeah.
Rustam's match with Irakli went 3-2. Okay. But Rustam turned Irakli in 3 separate times. He pinned him twice. One of those times he got called back on a foul. Had that foul not happened, Rustam would have won that before Irakli won the last match. That's how close that match was.
When you said that he pinned him 3 times,
he pinned him twice.
No.
Turned him inside 3 times. Pinned him twice.
But the 3 times you said he got him, that round ended with Irakli winning or Rustam winning?
Rustam turned Irakli inside 3 times. Pinned him twice.
But that's not what
Yeah, the third time he had him inside and he got called on a foul.
And then who won that round?
Irakli did.
Okay, so because if he turned him in and he got a foul and start again, he beat him, then it's a different story because he lost the rounds when the buckle was on his hand. I don't know how much it made difference, but that was something like that at that time. But only thing I know that I think it was Rustam's comeback match after he tore his chest. So in his head, whenever I talked with him before the match, he said, Engin, like, I am still not sure, I'm a little bit like afraid, not comfortable. In the training, yes, but the competition is a different thing. So I am sure since that time you got better, Irakli got better, Rustam got better, but I think that Rustam, now do you have any fear with your chest or everything is okay?
Now I feel good. Now,
Even the psychologically everything is good, right?
yes. Very.
And what's your weight now, Rustam?
98 plus minus half
Uh-huh.
kilo. 98.
And you
No
thought
more.
I'm 95.
you're 95.
Mhm.
Wow, I thought you were cutting weight to make 95.
I'm just naturally 95. I was overeating to make the 105s.
But
95 is where I'm at.
most of the matches you came Istanbul, you were like 100 kilo or something, even when you pull 105 kilo.
Right.
Like you were lighter than your opponents. Yeah. So you are not gonna lose any power, nothing. You are at your weight.
My power is going up.
Your power is going up. Okay. Yeah. I mean this is I don't know how much people realize, but this is very, very important match. Paulo, how do you see this match?
This is my favorite. I'm waiting for it, definitely. And yeah, I never pulled Rustam, but I've been following him since, I don't know, 2001, probably two. And Todd, we never pulled officially, but we did practice pulling a little bit. And it's, I don't know, I am not predicting this match. Based on what happened before, Rustam is slight favorite, but after I touched Todd's arm, uh, I I'm not betting against Todd too. So it's to me it's very interesting match. It's just I want to see it. I cannot predict one or another winner.
Yeah, that's very interesting. And I just don't know. Yeah, Todd said that normally he would say his plan, but this time he's not saying except two people. No one knows. And um, Todd, the matches that you lost, we talked this before, but were against the people who control your pronator. Prudnik first match, and then I don't count the Hajimradzolev. He beat you, but at that time you were still, like you were not going strap as you do now. So when I say I don't count it, I'm not saying I don't count as a loss, but it was not the Todd style that we see today. So and and when do you think that you became like more like outside? Do you think that after you lost against Prudnik?
I think it was when my boss started making me pull these 105 kilogram top rollers 3 times a year. So I had to learn how to pull outside.
Listen, if you are pulling at the East versus West stage, you need to be ready for everyone if you have big dreams.
So I got
realize,
ready.
I realize that you have big dreams. Whenever I remember, I asked him, Ivan Matushenko or this, I don't know, you want to pull at the very beginning of the East versus West. And he is like, which one is stronger? I said, probably this, I don't know, because now he's super heavyweight. I said,
Yeah.
okay, give me that one. And then I said, okay, this is another crack one, and that's how it should be. Yeah, but whenever you pull against Jordan Sonev, you were still pulling inside. Either he hooked you or you wanted to pull inside.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like if you started to pull such way after your Prudnik match, then we can say that after that one, your only loss was against Dadikan. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
he was
think
able. Go
the
ahead.
things I have to fix to pull Vatican is what I fixed to pull Rustam.
Okay. Rustam, he's going inside.
It don't count if you beat Rustam outside. That don't count. That's chicken shit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was very, very surprised. I was very surprised. What I learned that day against Dadikan, one is that Dadikan's hand is very, very strong, that you couldn't manage to go to strap. And two, like it was very surprising that you caught him and bring him to the losing position and him to manage the win from that point. It was very. I kind of think that it is because you started to pull outside, maybe your inside game maybe wasn't as good as used to be, or I don't know. How do you see that? What is the analyzing of that?
You've got 3 weeks to find out. I told you I'm not telling you. I didn't change my mind just because we've been talking for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Рустам говорит, нифига не признаюсь, говорит, потому что мы поговорили 5 минут, говорит, я все равно тебе не признаюсь, что я поменял и как я буду бороться.
Ну, я знаю, что я понимаю, что у него может быть на уме, там пару разных техник, и я понимаю, что можно сделать. А другого не прокатит просто. Ну, и это может не прокатить. Я сам не понимаю сейчас, насколько изменится моя сила за столом. Даже не понимаю, потому что у меня поменялись показатели силовые на весах, да, а получается на свободных весах. И мне самому интересно, как это выльется на столе. Просто я сейчас загружен, и я не могу это увидеть. Когда буду свежий, тогда будет по-другому.
Rustam is saying that, yeah, I understand everything basically, and I know that there is a few options which most likely Todd gonna use, and which may work, and it's not exactly the fact that they gonna work, because he said, I don't even know which level I am at right now, because he's still training and he's loaded completely, so basically he's not recovered, so he does not understand how much this will transfer to the table, but working weights are insane.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so Todd, you had some questions.
Yeah, I got a few. Is now a good time?
You want to ask Rustam?
Oh, I want to. They're mostly for you.
This guy always puts stress. He started doing this habit last time. Last time he did this, and now every podcast he started. I asked him, just give me already in advance the questions so I can prepare. He said, they're not that serious. Let's see. We will see how serious they are. Okay.
So before the last event, I forgot who was being interviewed, but your new commentator said all the matches start in a ref grip. Is that for this event too?
No. I mean, if last event in Arlington we did it. Okay, I will explain to you. I was suggested to start every match in strap, and I said no. That is going to harm the origin of arm wrestling because of a few reasons. Because strap is needed when the hands slip, and the second of all, the matches with and without strap sometimes results change. Like if every match was in strap in 2015, Devon probably would beat John that day. And in Atlantic City, I think 2 rounds that Corey West beat Tobias was in strap, and 4 rounds that Tobias won was without strap. And people think that this gives. I know you like this kind of numbers and everything, or examples. Yeah, analyzing, I should say. And they think that it saves some time. It may save, but there are so many examples I can show you that the matches ended without the strap. And putting strap sometimes takes near a minute, like it was tight or no. Oh, can you put again and things like that. Just like, for example, Alijan versus Ivan Matushenko, 0 rounds strap, as far as I know. Levan versus Jerry, no round was in strap. And Rustam versus Sandris, I think only 1 round strap, I think. And anyway, so and
Rustam,
then
ты
I was.
понимаешь?
What's
Ну,
that?
там было, нет, там стреп был 3 или 4 раза. 3 раза был.
С Андресом, да?
Да, на 1 раз он без
Ну,
стрепа.
ты понимаешь все, что говорят, перевод не нужен.
Да.
Okay. Yeah, there is no need for translation. I'll just make sure that he understands the conversation.
Yeah.
He said that there was few rounds with strap with Sanders.
No, I just watched the match.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I just probably I don't know. I saw only 1 round. It was 4-0. Yeah, no, I don't think there was a few rounds. You can check after the match. I saw he was just jumping and you were hooking him, yeah, and then beating him. Anyway, so then they said, how about the referee's grip? And then we finally decided that first round will not be referee's grip, automatic referee's grip. We will let athletes to get their grip. And if they can get the grip, and then second round also no referee's grip. If they still do it, and then the third round, and then all rounds can go without. But once in either round, if it is going to referee's grip, and then we continue doing the referee's grip. If they cannot get their grip at some point, and then the later rounds we do. Do you have any different suggestion? Because I care about your opinions.
No, that's great. That's if you do that, that's perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Another question?
Yeah. So, how do the refs get assigned to the matches? Because you have like 4 or 5 refs, but
yeah, there is okay. All the referees know which match they are going to ref. You can ask them only like 1 minute or 2 minutes before the event. Before that, referees don't know which match. I do WhatsApp group, and then right the announcing of Neil starts, I send to the WhatsApp group, and then they found out, which match they are refing. And the main thing is that the referee doesn't ref their countrymen. The only exception is that American referees are reffing American matches. When the event is in US and there are so many American pullers and many matches, the American referees ref American. But other than that, over here, people do generalize. They say, oh, Eastern referees. There is nothing Eastern referee. We say East versus West just to hype the arm wrestling competition. For the referees, there is no East, there is no West. Like when a German referee, which you count as a East, is refereeing a Kazakhstan guy, has nothing to do with each other. Or a Bulgarian guy is refereeing a Japanese guy, like has nothing to do just because they are from the East. So basically in the East, there is no referee that refs his countryman match, but only happens with the American refs, like many times ref the Americans matches when the event is in US. So it is very hard,
okay.
to make them meet each other. But I still try that, a third country ref. Yeah. And then before you go, another question. Dino says Rustam's hand and arm look like brick wall. And Armfella says, are you tired from yesterday's training, Rustam? They are asking you, are you tired from the yesterday's training?
Чувствуешь,
Со
да,
вчера?
чувствуешь себя уставшим после вчерашнего тренинга?
Yes. I tired last 2 weeks. Yes.
Okay. Any more question, Todd? I would like to answer.
Oh yeah, one more. But just for the record, I love the 2 refs that I had for the Irakli match, so I'll take them every single time. Those refs ought to get a promotion, just so you know. They should be like executive refs. So,
Why is that?
because they called that match perfect. They called all the fouls that needed to be called, and the little ones that didn't count, they let go. So that's the way all refs should be.
No. Listen, I already promised Irakli that winner of you guys, unless you guys have something against it, Irakli is gonna take. That was, I think, the biggest problem was the lighting. Lighting. It was very, very dark. I don't know how that happened, but yes, there was some. Yes, you are the officially winner of that match, and nothing to take away from you. But yeah, there was some things, and Irakli was upset about it. He said that Engin, I don't want to make a post about it, but maybe when I'm your guest, I can challenge Todd or Rustam. I said, do you want to pull Todd again? or you want to pull a title match. He said, I want to pull a title match. He said, I don't care about that. He said, I want my belt back.
Oh, he cares.
but he said, if Rustam wins, he wants to pull Rustam, not you.
Oh, he still wants to pull me even if Rustam wins.
Okay.
So this is what everybody wants to know.
One more question.
Yep. So you're training again to get back into competition.
Oh, yeah. It's an easy question. Tell me.
Easy question. My question is, are you still training the way you used to? Or do you got a new training and new plans? Because arm wrestling's different than when you used to compete.
Arm wrestling is not different. Listen,
arm wrestling's different, boss.
I never ever train arm wrestling by looking at other guys and how I can beat them. I always look at arm wrestling by human anatomy. You understand? The
Latvians do that.
Huh?
The Latvians do that.
I don't know what they do. I know that some of them used to come and learn from me in my city, but what I just said, that I don't really care. I don't really care. I mean, like, I don't think, unless you are Oleg Zog, we all basically, like, maybe taller arm, shorter arm, and yeah, there is such difference. But other than that, I don't know any human being that have different muscle groups, than what we all have. So if you know how to counter each muscle group, then you are okay. I don't think, like, did anything change with the anatomy of human, like in last a few years? I don't think so.
The anatomy's the same. The strengths are different.
It's a strength difference. So you need to get just
those
stronger.
old ways belong in the old days. I'm just trying to help you out, boss. I've never steered you wrong.
Listen. Okay, now you listen to me. I won my first world title in early 90s. They said, oh, it was easy there. And then I won world titles in the second half of the 90s. They said, oh, it was 90s. And then I won the world title in the early 2000s. And then, and then the second half of the 2000s, I won the world again. And then they said, oh, it was 2000. And then 2000, middle of 2000, 2010, I won again world title. End of the 2010, again, I won the world title, okay? And so I don't know what has changed. Like, I can bring 2006 John here, and he would probably beat the shit out of every single guy, probably except a few in the super heavyweights.
Did you saw the smile on Todd's face?
Nah, Todd doesn't know what he's talking about.
I saw that, Todd.
He knows it. He knows it. Were you in that competition, 2006 Vegas?
What's that?
Were you in 2006 Vegas when John and Farid pulled, but John was pulling two categories, 110 and...
I was there. That was when who smashed into Travis? Somebody smashed into Travis hard and actually surprised him. But I was there when John pulled.
Farid Osmanlı just hook him and beat him easy. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't really. I mean, I just think that there are more people like top pullers. But there were some people who were ahead of their time, Todd. You believe or not? There were some people that were ahead of their time, and I think like some things are up to the understanding of those people, understanding of those people. Yeah, I mean, when did I mean, 2021, I beat Viorel Dobrin 5-0. A few months later, he won the Waffles in 85 kilo. Like, you were there when I pulled Arthur. Like, if bicep wasn't torn, it was coming, So just like, I don't know if I can do it. I'm not like strong as like genetically as you are. You are different. When I look at you, I don't know what to think. Outside of the table, when I look at you, I look at him. I look at his arms. I mean, no. I mean, like, I don't see anything special. But when it comes to the table, then
it's all up here, boss. I'm telling you.
Whenever I look at their opponents, like, how I know how good they are. Either this guy is paying them some money to be in those positions, or this guy is something special. Of course, the first thing I said was joke, but this guy, I mean, just look at like the things that he has been doing. So you are a real deal, you know. So I don't think I can do just because every time I say I'm 50 years old, they say, "Oh, but look at Todd Hutchings," you know. Just you are being a bad example, you know. Yeah.
I'm just telling you, training's different now than it was 5 years ago, and 10 years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah. But some people are just figuring out. Some people already knew.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Dino says even Engin flash pin Travis. Yeah, I did. Ah,
I was there too in Canada.
Todd Hutchings was there. Yeah,
I was
2000.
there.
You were pulling 80 kilo as a skinny guy. I remember you.
Yeah. They
Did you win
I'll
in the
tell you a
match
story
there?
about that. Travis was talking to Chad Silvers once, and he said something, I'm paraphrasing now because this is a long time ago and it's not exact, but Travis said something like, "Ain't no man can beat me." And Chad Silvers goes, "Engen beat you." And Travis goes, "He ain't no man."
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, hey, there I give a good match to Dan Victor as well. Dan Victor was the current WAF champion, and then
Yeah.
we were like finger to finger, and then the pads were crossed to each other. So the weight makes more difference when you are like crossed to each other. If it was angle, you have some space. You understand?
Right.
And yeah, it was good. That was the event I beat Dave Patton. Yeah,
Yep.
there. Yeah. Did you win any round there? I think it was your first event, or
I don't
like,
think so. I don't think I beat anybody. I don't
yeah,
even think I could beat anybody on my team. So
yeah, because like nobody who watched that event would think that you would come to the point that you are right now. Like you didn't really look special at that time, but later,
I don't look
yeah,
special now. I just look
you
like I
look
got it figured out. And I'm telling you, boss, look at
no
your training.
more you figure out, more dangerous you becoming. Rustam, my friend, in my opinion, you are one of the top 5 greatest of all time. John Berzing is here, and then Devon is there, Rustam Babayev is there, probably Zolev Hajimurad is there, you know, like Cobra, Dave Patton, you know, some guys, you know, for sure Todd Hutchings is also in top 10, and for sure Todd is also a legend. But you are like, if you also count right and left together, I mean, you are right there, you know. And we are very, very happy and honored to have you in this event. And my friend, you said you are in a great shape, and you okay. The question is, do you think that you may have a plan for both categories in the future, 95 and 105, or only 95? Do you think that 105 for you is impossible?
Maybe, but I feel good for 95. My weight 97, 99 max, 100 many fat maybe, and no, maybe some.
Даже я переведу, Рустам.
Да, иногда можно там делать такую экстра, если ну, какие-то интересные будут предложения, ну, я буду рассматривать, да.
Engin Rustam saying that if there will be some extra interesting matches in 105, yeah, absolutely we can talk. But main category is 95. He
95.
feel comfortable.
Okay. Is there anyone you want to pull from 105?
Есть кто-то, кого ты хотел бы побороться с 105-й категории?
My plan take the belt, the 95, after I think about up.
Okay. Yeah, let's talk about some matches from the upcoming event. Okay, let's start with the Zurab Taveriz'e Georgi Tautiev. Todd, do you
I
remember
always pick
Georgi
the
Tautiev?
top when it's a top roller versus a hooker. I always pick the top roller.
Yeah, Tautiev is the tall guy with the glasses. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him. He was in Florida.
No,
Didn't he pull
no, he pulled Irakli in Istanbul in last November.
yeah,
He's from Russia. I don't think he was in Florida.
okay. But I know you're talking about really, really tall.
Yeah, like over 2 meters.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has. I don't know. I think he won one time AMC event from Russia. And yeah, who's winning that in 105 category? 231.
I think Tatiev.
Tautiev is gonna win. Yeah. Tautiev, did you know that he's a surgeon?
Yep.
Doctor. Yeah.
Which
yeah.
is dangerous. I mean, we need surgeons. I hope he doesn't mess up his hands arm wrestling. I can find another arm wrestler. It's hard to find another surgeon.
Yeah. Did you know that Daniel Prokopchuk is also a surgeon, orthopedic surgeon?
I heard that. I was talking. Brad Grundy told me both those fellows were surgeons.
Oh, Brad is also a surgeon?
No, he was in medical school when I was talking to Brad. He's the one he mentioned that those other two guys were surgeons.
Yeah. Rustam, who is winning? Zurab or Tautiev?
I think after broke bone, Zurab stay level down.
Now he's coming back.
This is right hand, yes?
Right hand, yeah.
I think not too much time was for recovery. Maybe 50-50 or 55-48 Tautiev.
Okay. And let's go to this one is this guy you have pulled before, Lachlan, but you didn't pull Petro Marharin. No matter what the result of this match, I want to see you at some point against Petro Marharin. I think that match will be like war.
You're talking to me?
Yes. Do you know Petro Marharin?
I do not. I do not know him.
Petro Marharin is the guy that in Moldova event in 2018 he beat Revaz, Sandris, John Burzing. He curled them and beat. He also beat Nugo last year. 3-2. Yeah, his wrist outside of this world. Rustam, do you agree about Marharin's wrist is strong?
Margarita have a big wrist
and strong.
Uncomfortable. Very bad for me.
So if you pull Marharin, would you try to top roll him, Rustam?
No. I don't.
No, because you top roll, he will,
Not sense for me.
No sense, right? Yeah. But at some point, I want to see Todd Hutchings versus Petro Marharin. Paulo, how do you see that match? It would be a good match?
It would be a very good match. If Petro will... I'm not sure if he's training already, because for whole his life, he was not.
Petro wasn't training, really?
Yeah, he was not really training, and he was back and forth. So if he's taking that serious now...
He is. Now he's going to pull against Lachlan.
That's going to be a problem for anybody. That's going to be a problem. Petro will win. Lachlan is good, but Petro will win.
But listen, Lachlan is very strong and Petro is slow.
I pulled Lachlan. I know Lachlan. I pulled him.
But have you trained with Petro?
No, I never pulled Petro, but I saw him pulling. So I believe that he's our favorite.
Okay, Rustam, who is winning, Lachlan or Petro?
I think Petro.
And Todd, you said you don't know Petro, so do you think you can have a... No?
Yeah, I don't know.
See, you are spending time preparing questions for me, but you are not spending time to prepare answers for me.
If you tell me I'm pulling him in 3 months, I will tell you everything about
it. But you know that we're gonna have some predictions. Just joking. Okay, let's talk about Jocelyn versus Egle. Did you see her match with Sarah?
Oh, Jocelyn.
Yeah, sorry, my pronunciation.
Egle is something special, but I think Jocelyn's going to turn the female arm wrestling upside down. I think Jocelyn's going to the top. I think you're going to have her pulling Barbara pretty soon. I think Jocelyn wins.
Oh, Rustam, do you know who Jocelyn is?
I see this match.
You watched the match?
Well, watch the match.
Yeah.
I think Egle will be more stronger.
You think Egle? Rustam, I said to you that you are one of the top 5 in my book in the history. Do you think that Egle is the same for women arm wrestling? Top 5?
Yes.
She is, right? Yeah.
Еще раз, можешь мне сказать, он
Да,
спросил
конечно.
в его рейтинге, да?
Он говорит, вот я сказал, что в рейтинге ты, например, вот в 5 лучших всех времен в мужском армрестлинге, говорит, или ты считаешь, что Эгле примерно на таком же уровне, что вот она в числе лучших женщин армрестлеров?
Да, yes, I think that.
And Pablo, what's your opinion?
It's a little bit complicated, and Jocelyn is extremely good and she's extremely strong. I just think that's maybe a little bit too early in her career, but I'm sure we will see her again, even if she's gonna lose. I would say that Egle is probably a slight favorite, but because of the power of the Jocelyn, I may be wrong. We will see, but it's maybe just a little too early for her.
Yeah, Jocelyn, someone like her with such potential and such will always have a match, always.
Yeah, she's amazing.
I mean,
Yes.
I don't really care so much about the result of this match. We saw her potential, and she respects, and she really pays the price. I see that she is getting better and better. So it is great for us, because normally now we are thinking Barbara is here, Gabriela is here, Egle is here, Sarah is here. Like Gabriela and Barbara, they were close, but after that, Egle is a bit far. We saw against Barbara, and then Sarah was far from Egle. So we need more women in plus 80 category. Yeah, my opinion.
Yep.
And okay, so let's go to another one. This is a great event. David Dadikyan, Rustam. David Dadikyan versus Georgi Svetkov, left arm.
I think David maybe better, but two times maybe winner after question.
Okay, so you think that Dadikyan first 2 rounds winner, and
Yes.
third round?
Yeah. Plus minus, but maybe David Dadikyan have good power, big power, but not long.
Endurance. Okay.
Endurance. Yeah.
Okay. And Todd?
I think Dadikin wins. So I think it's same concern, big engine, little fuel tank, but I think Dadikin wins. I think he's just getting better, and he started out really, really good. So
I understand. And Paulo?
Dadikan, yeah. I think Dadikan is favorite.
Okay. And another great left arm match. Kamil Yablonski, Georgi Dizaranov. Rustam, how do you like this King of the Table 14 card? Good?
Very good. Very
good.
Very good. Best. The best. I think Diranov very strong in hack. I don't know if Kamil do it your move first maybe something will be plus for Kamil, but if Diranov take him hack, no chance.
Okay, so you are saying that if Kamil manages doing this, Kamil is winner. But if somehow he hooks him, and then Dizaranov winner.
Yes.
Okay. And Todd, what's your opinion?
I think a hook beats a press, so I think Georgi's the favorite in this. Camille's really good. I just think Camille's going to be better against the top roller than the hooker, so I think Georgi wins.
But do we know that Camille doesn't have good hook?
No,
We don't
I
know.
just know that he loves the press. You know.
But
I
do
don't
you
know
think?
much about Camille, to be honest. I don't
Yeah.
know a whole lot about him, but
Uh,
you know, and I'm terrible at these predictions anyway. So Georgi parts up in my head. That's what I'm going with. I'm not going to think about it too much.
Okay. Paulo.
Yeah, Zeranov, I believe, is a slight favorite, and I want to believe that he's a little bit faster than Camille in the start. And if that's the case, Camille is very fast too, so it's interesting match definitely.
Mhm.
But I saw couple of the hookers when beating Camille relatively easy if they turn him into the hook. So that's
Baba, have you
maybe
seen this? Have you seen this with left arm?
with left arm.
Yeah,
It's
because Ivan Motchenko did it with right arm, yes,
yes.
and Morozov some rounds. Yeah.
Morozov, yeah. When Morozov was twisting him into the hook, it was relatively easy round. When he was trying to top roll him, it was not. So, and Zeranov is mostly a hook puller. I want to believe that he will manage it. Yes.
Okay, okay. So let Rustam, let's go to some crazy match. Which match is crazy, Rustam?
Какой матч crazy?
Какой матч сумасшедший?
Этот матч сумасшедший? Или какой из
Нет,
всех?
он спрашивает Рустам, какой матч самый сумасшедший?
Okay, Rustam, I tell you. Nugo versus Matt Mask.
Nugo и Matt Mask.
Very interesting. I know that Matt Mask have level better now. I know. I look last match very good pull with Matt Mask. He has a big arm. He don't uncomfortable arm. I think 50-50.
50-50.
Not favorite for me now. Maybe half a year ago will be Nugo. Now I don't know.
I agree. Lately, like Marcio Barboza, Matt Mask, and now Ongarwe match, Matt looks very good. Todd, how do you see this
I
match?
think Matt wins pretty convincingly. I bet against him. I thought Babaiev would beat Matt. And I thought Babaiev would beat Matt fairly easily. But I think a tall top roller versus a short hooker, I'm going to pick the tall top roller. And I just think I think something's changed with him. I think he's serious or something. But he's like a different Matt Mask than he was 10 years ago.
Yeah, he looks very healthy. He said he wants to pull eventually Devon. And how do you see this match, Paulo?
Yeah, I agree with guys, and I think that Matt is slight favorite here. As of right now, the only thing it's in Istanbul, so the travel may make that little trick, which sometimes it does, to our athletes or backwards when they travel here to United States. It's easier for us. When we travel there, it's easier for them. So that's a little bit questionable. But otherwise, I think Matt is favorite.
Somehow for Todd.
Todd is alien. He's not from here. Don't even example me, Todd. Don't talk about that, man. He's different.
Okay. So let's go to another one. Paul Lim versus David Samusha, 95 kilo, Rustam.
Very interesting match.
Hey, Rustam, Paul is strong, huh?
Stronger and has dynamic, big dynamic, and good start. And don't have big endurance, but for depend like prepared Samusha. If Samusha will be, for example, plus 5-10%, then was maybe Pauline win if Samusha prepared something new, will be interesting. But I think 55-45 Pauline win.
Oh, 55 favorites. Pauline is favorites.
Yeah. Pauline have more
Explosive.
больше опыта в большей категории Pauline уже имеет.
Rustam believes that he have more experience in the heaviest category.
Like heavier one, 95 kilo. Okay.
Mhm.
And I heard that somebody has been kind of teaching Pauline or encouraging him to do side pressure lately. This is what I heard. Anyone else heard? Anyone
Arm
else heard?
wrestling's changed, old man.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's a different game.
Okay. So do you think that Paul is coming with a different game plan?
I think Samusha's probably the favorite, but I think Paul wins. What Paul learned in Rustam's match was Paul got into a good position with Rustam, but where Rustam stayed tight, Paul was too open. Every match, Paul was too open, and then he just ran out of movements. I think if Paul tightens that up and pulls and fixes that, he beats David. He beats Samusha.
Oh, I didn't understand one part. You said Samusha is favorite, but
I think Samusha is probably the
Paul is
favorite.
gonna
When
win.
you're a 10-time world champ, I don't think the weight classes are that important, and he's a 10-time world champ. I think
So
he's
you
the
are saying
favorite
that he
every
is
time.
favorite on the paper, but not really for you.
I think Paul's got a harder job to win than Samusha does. But Paul's got to fix his not his
Angles?
setup, but Paul's got to fix how he gets into. Paul was just in a bad position against Rustam, but it was an interesting match. I think if Paul tightens that up, he wins. But that's where Samusha doesn't really have to change anything. He just needs to come in heavier and be stronger, which is a lot easier.
I think Paul was more effective against Rustam than he was effective against Krasimir, because Paul is very offensive puller and Rustam is not a really defensive puller. Rustam is also offensive puller, and while Krasimir is a very good defensive puller, so where Paul is attacking to get advantages, is a sweet spot for Krasimir more. And how do you see this match, Paulo?
Paul is my friend, and I pulled him, and I know how good or what the problems are. And yeah, I agree with Todd that Samusha is still very slight favorite, but it's very interesting match. I want to see it. Samusha, as Todd says, 10 times world champ. He just have to do his prep as he did before. Nothing changed. Easy prep, I would say. Where for Paul, he have to make lots of adjustments and new movements and new angles, which are not easy job to do. I know that. So
okay, let's go to
Engin. Do you think you will manage without me? I really
yes.
I think Rustam.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Rustam, я вынужден бежать. Я думаю, ты справишься. У тебя
Я
вот
постараюсь.
английский.
Практика английского.
Давай. Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you
спасибо,
very much.
спасибо.
Hey, look like you will not need you next time. Rustam is
Next
learning
time,
English very good.
he's very good.
Yeah. Rustam, Arthur Makarov versus Daniel Prokopchuk.
I think Daniel.
You think Daniel?
Yeah, right hand, yes.
Right hand.
Yeah.
Can you tell me which style?
Which style? I think hack.
In hook? Yeah.
Hook. Yeah. Maybe will be a strap match. And Daniel comfortable have in strap match. Winner in hook.
Okay. And Todd?
I always pick Daniel and I always pick Gabby. So I don't care who Daniel's pulling. He's who I'm picking. So he's like my favorite arm wrestler.
Okay. So we should ask you the question, who is your favorite arm wrestler more?
Yeah. It would be
What?
hard between Daniel and Gabby. I don't know who I would pick, but I'll pick Daniel as long as
Okay,
it's not
what do
Gabby.
you find special with Daniel? I find him very special as well, but I would like to hear your reasoning. Is it
Huh.
because you like the guy, or you find something special with
I
his?
don't even hardly know him. I just like how he carries himself. I like how he's aggressive, and I like his pulling style. Yeah. Myself, I don't think I've ever talked to him. So
Oh, okay. And what do you like about his pulling style?
I just like the power based arm wrestlers, and I like that he um to me he's just got a really really good arm wrestling game. So yeah, he's just my favorite.
Yeah. Okay, so Ivan Matushenko, Sergey Kalnichenko, Rustam. Prava.
Mm, um, think maybe different, but I don't. Mm, I don't know the level. I don't know.
Do you think that it is possible Sergey to top roll, or the match will go inside?
I think 50-50. 50-50, maybe. I don't know. Don't know.
Do you think Sergey top roll Matushenko is, or you think that the match will go hook?
Maybe first time and Matushenko will be better, but after maybe Sergey something do it new. I think too. I think
Okay.
that.
Okay, let me ask you, Todd.
I'm picking Matushenko, and I can't explain why. I don't really know, but that's who I'm picking.
Okay. Okay, so let's go to another great match. This match, I only want you to tell me percentage, Rustam. How much percentage opponents? Rustam Babayev, Todd Hutchings.
I think
No political answer. Real answer from here. From here.
55, 48.
45, 55, 45.
45.
Yeah.
45.
Who is winning?
I.
You. Let's see if Todd is gonna play underdog, or he's gonna tell us, because you were telling me you will see it 3 weeks later. So don't play underdog.
56-44. Uncle Todd keeps his belt.
Okay. 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 That's what I wanna hear. I don't like when people are going like, oh.
I like this man. I like this athlete.
That's good. That's good. I like it. Yeah. Okay. Now, last two matches. Gennady Quickvinia, Ibrahim Sago, but 115 kilo.
I think Quickvinia.
Quickvinia.
Yes.
And Todd,
I agree.
do you guys think that he's gonna lose the weight and then we'll still be like strong and with good endurance?
I think he's got quite a bit of weight to lose and still be strong.
Okay. Okay. And the last match, Michael Todd versus Vitaly Laletin. I want to ask you, Todd. I'm very curious about your take here.
Oh, I think Hermes taught a class on how to beat Michael Todd.
Yeah.
And I think Vitaly could probably do what Hermes did to Michael Todd. But Michael Todd finds a way of winning these things. So I think Vitaly is a overwhelming favorite, and Michael Todd figures something out to win. I hope he doesn't press off the beginning, but I think Michael Todd changes something because Michael Todd's also, he's had almost as many birthdays as I have. So I think Michael Todd is coming in doing something different. I don't think he's going to King's move Vitaly. So that's two predictions. I think Michael Todd wins, and I don't think Michael Todd King's moves.
Listen, second parts, I totally disagree. I don't think there is a lane in a fresh match Michael to win other than open arm top roll. I don't see that. Like if you are really playing a different game against Vitali, I don't know. But of course, like I'm not saying like this guy is gonna win or that guy is gonna win,
Yeah.
but I don't see any other lane that can be like that dangerous for Vitali and Rustam. What's your opinion?
I think 50-50, but Vitaly don't have big endurance.
Hmm.
With Michael Todd have need endurance.
Hmm.
First match maybe not too hard will be for Loletin. Second match more power give him. Next level
Will
down
be
down
hard.
down. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe I think.
Yeah. I understand.
Michael Todd needs to pull like Uncle Todd.
You mean side pressure?
That's how Michael Todd will beat a top rolling Vitali.
You mean the outer side pressure?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if someone could do that, it would be Dave Chaffee. But I mean, last time they pulled, it didn't go well. First time, yes, it did. But I don't know if Michael has that side pressure as Dave Chaffee has. Do you think that Michael may have more side pressure than Dave?
I haven't pulled Dave in a long time, and I haven't pulled Michael in years, so I don't know where they're all at. I
Yeah.
just think Michael Todd needs a style like that. He
Do,
needs
do you think
to.
he can adapt that quickly? You know, he has been doing something for many years, and then suddenly he changes in a few months. He becomes.
Arm wrestling's changed. Everybody's got to adapt.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about
You
that. I
can't
don't know.
keep training the same way and still be champion. Nobody can do that anymore. You have to change.
Do you really believe that?
100%.
Do you think that Levan is changing anything?
No, I think people are changing to beat Levon.
But is it changing anything so far?
Levon probably doesn't have, but I don't think we've really scratched the surface of what Levon's capable of because he's got a lot of stuff you see, but nobody's really challenged him yet. I mean, he's not one dimensional. He's got some moves in there that you only see for a little second when someone puts them back, you know. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
Levon's got like a whole nother dresser full of tricks nobody's ever seen. You know?
Yeah, you asked me a question. You said, "And you planning to come back, and are you planning to change this and that?" And I answer you, what do you think that like the main change, you know, from 10 years ago to today? I'm not saying that nothing has changed, but what's the main like difference? You know,
Pulley
people are
machines,
more well rounded.
training with pulley machines, training with bands on a table. Actually, not doing so much biceps, triceps, wrist curls, reverse rolls, upper shoulders, middle shoulders. Actually, training
So
back
you are
pressure.
saying that there is more pressure involved in arm wrestling, more
I
pressure.
think you train more complex movements than individual muscles nowadays.
Mm-hmm. And is there any favorite arm wrestler of
And
yours?
max effort days. I think you got to have several max effort days. Back in the old days, people used to just do 5 sets of 20, you know, exercises. I think you better know what your max efforts are in all your moves, so you
Todd,
know that you're getting better.
do you think that what works for you would work for everyone?
I think that strategy would work, maybe not those tactics. I
But
think.
the training method, do you think it would work for everyone?
Mm-hmm.
It would, yeah. Yeah.
I
Once
mean,
I
I didn't
told it.
invent it. I took it from somebody else, so I didn't invent it. I took it from powerlifters, so I didn't invent it. So I don't. I know. I don't have any
Okay.
personal
The person that you
pride in
took
it.
it from, did it work with him? Who is he?
Louis Simmons, he ran like the most successful powerlifting gym for decades.
Okay. Your arm wrestling specific training, you took it from a non-arm wrestler, or
The strategy, I took it from a
strategy.
power
Okay.
lifter.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not the specific training methods.
No, max day, speed day, volume day,
Okay.
isometric.
I understand it. Yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure what you were saying. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. And the last question, Rustam, Hermes Gasparini and Levan Saginashvili in June.
I think Levan, big wall, big wall, and Gasparini has a power, but I don't know enough this power for Levan. I think 45, 55, maybe 40, 60% Levan win.
Okay. So, but it's not like big difference, but 55-45 or 60-40. Yeah.
Yes, but Hermes he's no Levans. Maybe prepare something new for him. If will be that, maybe it will be interesting. But Levan too no Gasparini.
Yeah. Rustam, do you think Hermes Gasparini is very good arm wrestler?
Good arm wrestler. Good.
Very good, right? Very good. Yeah.
I like Gasparini. He's good. He's no techniques. Good. He's good man for me.
Yeah. At the table, he's also very, very smooth. You know, he arm wrestle.
Yeah.
He reminds me a bit like in the past John Berzing, but John Berzing also had hook. Hermes is more outside, but he can do press and everything. As Todd, you said, the way that Hermes arm wrestled against Michael was perfect. I think
Yeah.
any mistake he would have lost that match. And when I say that the match was close, people says, "Oh, come on, it was close." If he would make some mistake, he would have lost that match. You know.
Yeah, but he didn't. No, I gained a whole lot of respect for Hermes in that match. That was like a flawless lesson on how to deal with the top level Kings move. That what Hermes did was very, very impressive.
Yeah. And how do you see that match, Hermes versus Levan? Do you believe in
I think Levan still wins, but I think Hermes wins
1 round,
2 rounds.
2 rounds?
I think Hermes wins one of the early ones. He wins rounds 1, 2, or 3, and he wins the last round. No, he doesn't win the last round. No, Hermes wins 2 rounds. I don't know which 2.
And you are saying he's gonna win the early rounds? Wow.
I think he'll win one of the first ones, and then he'll win one more. I think he wins 2 rounds.
And another question.
Who's asking the questions here?
Provocative question. What was the score of their first match?
Of Hermes and Levan?
Well, Levan says he was 4-0. Hermes says he was 4-2.
I looked at Levan's record on the East First West website, and it's 48-50. You know, he only lost 2 rounds. So if you default or forfeit, you lose. You know. So I think Hermes won 2 rounds by forfeit.
Okay, so you are saying a 4-2 it was.
I mean, Levan hasn't been pinned, but I don't think he's won every single round. There's a difference between never being pinned and never losing.
Okay. Anyways, guys, thank you very, very much. And I see you guys in how long do we live? Like 2.5 weeks later. Yeah, you guys will be in Istanbul, and see you guys in Istanbul. And I wish you guys healthy preparation and take care of yourself. You both are legends, and we are happy to see you guys competing against each other.
Thank you, Egan.
Thank you,
Thank you, guys.
Happy Easter, everybody.
Happy Easter.